Hey there, so if you're looking to access X using a VPN and you're wondering if it works, the short answer is yes, it absolutely works. As far as I know, you can just use any VPN while accessing X and it'll work just fine. However, if you are looking to make sure that nobody was able to know that you're accessing X, not your network, not your internet service provider, not your government, and not even your VPN, then you want to be real careful about which VPN you choose. Now, the reason I've got ExpressVPN here is because it checks some of these boxes, and I can show you here why this VPN is actually the one that I'm comfortable using when it comes to trying to access services that may not be available in my location, especially if I want to make sure that I'm as protected as possible and nobody will be able to know what I'm doing online. And you can make sure of that by, checking if your VPN has a no logs policy. And a lot of VPNs will have no logs policies, but when investigated further, you'll clearly see that they may not be honoring that policy, especially if they don't have any audits to back their claims up. And independent audits are basically when big auditing firms like KPMG or PricewaterhouseCoopers inspect the VPN provider's network and privacy policy, and they make sure that they're up to standard. So in this case with ExpressVPN, not only is it audited, but I really like that it went through an accident that kind of indirectly proved the no logs policy. So here, as you can tell, we're talking about the Turkish authorities specifically. When in 2017, the Turkish government seized an ExpressVPN server, but they were unable to find any logs to aid in their investigation, which the company said verified its claim that it did not store user activity or connection logs, adding, and this is what ExpressVPN said, "While it's unfortunate that security tools like VPNs can be abused for illicit purposes, they're critical for our safety and the preservation of our right to privacy online. ExpressVPN is fundamentally opposed to any efforts to install backdoors or attempts by governments to otherwise undermine such technologies." So this is basically the main reason that I would choose ExpressVPN if I'm looking to access not just X, but any service that is unavailable to me. It could be Netflix, it could be X, it could be anything. And the way this works, by the way, if you're not familiar with how VPNs work, VPNs will change your location. So if I went to any IP finder, right, if I want to find out about my IP, and let's just click on this one, and you'll notice that it should say that I'm in New Jersey, not because I'm physically in New Jersey, but simply because I'm connected to the ExpressVPN New Jersey server right here. So if I were to visit X or Twitter, it'll think that I'm coming from New Jersey, so it'll give me suggestions and what's trending in the United States. However, if I were to, let's say, turn off the VPN and I want to go to locations, this is, by the way, how you use a VPN. It's incredibly easy, as you can tell. Let's just say, for whatever reason, I don't know, I want to check out the Canadian Twitter. So I'm just gonna choose it from locations and turn on the VPN. As you can tell, it's very easy to use. There's not much to operate here or know about, really. It's just choosing a location and you're gonna be good to go. So let's just go to new incognito window and look up Twitter trending. We'll see what we can get. So as you can tell, Canada, let's see here, the first one. So it picked up that we're in Canada, but let's actually try refreshing the Explore page, see what happens. And you'll notice here that it'll say you seem to be in a new location. So if you want to change your location, you can just click here and it'll pick up that I'm now in Canada. It's as simple as that. So if I were to refresh my IP finder as well, you will notice that it now says I'm in Toronto, Canada. So this is basically how a VPN works. And again, most VPNs will work if you're just trying to access it. But if you're concerned about privacy and you want to make sure that nobody is able to know what you're doing online, and again, not your ISP, not your school, not your work or government or VPN provider in the first place, then you probably want to go for something that's just a little bit more certified and well known for being private. And that's why I like to go with Express. And there are a couple of other options that are actually really good, and that'll be Nord and Surfshark. And while they may be also audited, and I do believe their audit reports because they're really good VPNs and they've been improving quite a bit over the years. If I were to ultimately just bet my money on a single VPN, I would have to go with ExpressVPN. But that's me personally. I'm a little bit more privacy conscious. So just in case you're in the same shoes, yes, you can access X. And if you want to make sure that you're absolutely private no matter what, then I would recommend Express, and as amazing alternatives, I would go for Nord and Surfshark as well. But more on that in the description down below. If you want to learn more about these VPNs, I'll just leave some reviews down below. And if you end up wanting to try Express or Nord or Surfshark for that matter, I'll also be sure to leave whatever helpful links I can find in the description down below to hopefully help you save some more money. So that'll be it for this video. If you guys learned a thing or two, feel free to give me a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you have any questions, feel free to also drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.